There are so many LEGO Star Wars sets that have only been made once. In this video, we will explore these sets and look at which ones need to be remade. With how long LEGO Star Wars has been around, there aren't many sets that fit this description. LEGO loves to reuse old builds and remake sets, besides these ones. I'll look at 5 prequel sets and then 5 original trilogy sets for this video. There are plenty more than that have only been seen once and need remade, but these are some of the first ones that come to mind. Starting with the prequels, the 5th set I think that needs remade is the Republic Cruiser. Technically, 2 variations of the ship have been made, but only one sports the all-red look from the Phantom Menace. I get this ship has limited screen time, but it looks too good to not see a remake. The original version of this set is already amazing and considered a favorite by many. The red color scheme makes it pop, and that combined with a great ship design makes it a fantastic ship for display. So many LEGO Star Wars sets have a gray color scheme, and it just gets tiresome. I think that's part of the reason this set is so well received, and why it could be a perfect candidate for a remake. Besides that, the figures have an early Republic feel before the Clone Wars, which is not something we see in too many sets. The pilots, for example, would typically be clones, but not here. Then, of course, you have Qui-Gon and young Obi-Wan, which is always a nice duo to see in a set. So even though I think this old set can still hold its own, a remake would be so long overdue. Next, 4th is the V-19. This ship might not be recognizable to everyone, but if you've seen the Clone Wars, you'll know it right away. It was very prevalent in the beginning of the Clone Wars, and this ship still has a big following. A new set with an updated build and a better minifigure lineup could really make for a fantastic set. This ship has a very interesting design, unlike most others. It stands out in a crowd and could be a nice pairing with the UCS Venator. Its landing feature was one of my favorite things about the original. It's a complex mechanism, but one they had to nail to be accurate. They did a great job for its initial release, and I would love to see the improvements current LEGO would bring. This is easily one of my favorites and a top candidate of my own for a remake. 3rd is the Republic Y-Wing. The Y-Wing has seen so many iterations through the years, but not the Republic version. This Y-Wing has only been seen one time, and it's a beautiful piece. The predominantly yellow color scheme is such a stylish look that's a lot different from your normal Star Wars ship. The full model has an amazing look to it. I love seeing the Y-Wing in this different format, fully filled in, sleek, smooth, and ready for battle. The original version features Anakin and Ahsoka, which could work, but I think a Y-Wing with some normal clone pilots could be good too. I feel like the availability of clone pilots is so depleted that it's absolutely necessary that we get some here in the future. Either way though, this would be a great set. It's an extremely popular ship, so LEGO would have no problem selling this set. In the 2nd place, the set I have is Palpatine's Arrest. Amazingly, this scene has only ever been seen this one time in LEGO Star Wars. In 2013, we were given one of my favorite sets ever. Palpatine's Arrest is an iconic duel and one of the best from the entire series. So being able to say we have only seen this set once is crazy. The first thing that will stick out to you about this set is the figures. All the Jedi Masters and Palpatine from that battle are included, and they're all top-of-the-line figures. The set's build gives you a full landscape to play and recreate the battle. There are so many features to mess around with, and while it might not seem like it, Palpatine's office actually makes for a really good build. There's so many play features packed in, but they're all very hidden, so its display value is also quite high, making it a set that stands greatly in all categories. I would not be surprised to see this set in a diorama in the future, but honestly, I hope they keep it like this because it's a perfect set and one we need to see again. Finally, my top set that I think needs remade is the Republic Dropship with AT-OT. When you talk about a set that represents a generation, this is it. Anyone that grew up with the Clone Wars has this set as their holy grail. Since then, this set has now become one of the most expensive and sought-after LEGO Star Wars sets ever. The play feature of combining the dropship and the AT-OT allows for hours of fun and is the main draw here. Of course, the vehicles themselves are awesome, but the idea of being able to fly this ship around and drop off an AT-OT is one of the coolest things ever. Then, with the minifigure lineup that's just full of clones, making it the perfect Clone Wars set. The craziest thing is, despite all of its popularity, we will probably never see a set quite like it again. It's unfortunate, but this set was made specifically for 2009, when the Clone Wars was everywhere and taking over the LEGO Star Wars market. I do still, however, believe with all the demand for this set, it does need a return in some form, even if the dropship and AT-OT are in different sets. With that being the top spot for the prequels, we have now finally made our way to the original trilogy. And the 5th ranked set out of all of them I think that should be remade is the UCS Blockade Runner. This is an extremely popular ship and the first ship we've ever seen in Star Wars. It's such a beauty and it's a shame that we've only ever seen it once in the UCS scale. Not to mention that was 2 decades ago, very long overdue for a remake. This set holds up alright, but it definitely could use a modern touch. So much has changed in that time that they have a good skeleton here, but the modern pieces could just take this set and make it so much better. There's a ton of exposed studs and just weird angles that could be fleshed out by a bunch of the more smaller and smoother pieces that we have today. Some of the best parts of this build is the front cockpit and then the back engines. They both look great. They did so much right here and they have a great template for a new base model of it. Hopefully we can see this set in a UCS version soon. We just had our 3rd UCS X-Wing, so I don't see why we couldn't get a 2nd Blockade Runner. My number 4 set that needs remade is the Nebulon B Frigate. This set is a delightful little build. It's one of the first sets back into the midi scale line from LEGO Star Wars. Unfortunately, this was a promotional set and not widely available. In particular, I was upset since I love the ship and it was the first and still remains its sole appearance. So a remake seems absolutely necessary here. They're pumping out sets for the Starship collection like crazy right now, so hopefully they end up working their way back around to this set because I would love the opportunity to finally pick it up. 3rd, I have the Dualon Bespin. Like the Nebulon B Frigate, this set was a promotional exclusive, making it that much more rare and desirable. Beyond that though, this set's just stunning and one I want for my collection. I love the figures and the build. It's such an iconic scene that I feel keeping this set exclusive was a mistake. It's one of my favorite dioramas because of its free form, and I would love to get my hands on this model. It's a perfect display set for desks, and I think this style of diorama in general should get some more attention. I love the floating look and the live edge around the build instead of just a rectangle. Next, at number 2, I have the Indoor Bunker. One of my personal favorite sets ever is the Indoor Bunker. Unfortunately, while we have seen countless sets based on this battle, none have been able to match this one. The biggest difference is the bunker. No other set has contained the bunker. So this build is one of a kind. It's the first and only appearance, and it still stands as a great build, just one we need to see again, as its appearance was from 2008. Then, surrounding the bunker, you have plenty of little side builds along with an AT-ST to help recreate the Battle of Endor. What makes this set so great is it's a full encompassing set that gives you all you could need to remake the scene. Of course, you could always add more yourself, but it wasn't necessary. For how big of a part Endor played in the final film, it shocks me that it's the only bunker build we've ever seen. I'd love for an updated version to come out with new builds and characters. Because of all the advancements LEGO has made, the new parts they'd be able to use for the set would make a night and day difference. Finally, the number 1 ship that I think needs a remake from the Imperial era is the U-Wing. This ship appeared in Rogue One and instantly became a fan favorite. The movie was a huge success, which only made the new gunship that much more appealing. Another big positive was the figures. All the Rogue One characters had amazing details and came in a large array of aliens. That combined with an amazing ship gives you a phenomenal set. It looked amazing, but even the features of this ship were fun and added to its appeal. Thunder carriage where you can hide the troops and put their blasters is neat, but the wings that fold all the way out is just an engineering marvel and one of the more exciting play features out there. A remake would allow for so many more people to get this beloved ship, And seeing some Rogue One sets make a comeback would also be a neat bonus. And with that, that rounds out my sets that need a remake. Now again, all these sets on this list have only been made once, so that's just crazy to me. While I sometimes complain about constant remakes, this is a scenario where I think they're necessary. Now, do you agree with my list? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe for more content, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.